Well, basically for us, debt solutions came about because of the state of the economy and the soaring debts that are basically hitting ordinary people. Everybody is affected by this, and given the fact that there was new legislation coming into effect, the mortgage crisis and that, we thought it would be a good opportunity, a good time to actually launch ahead of those new regulations coming into play. What's basically happened is that years ago, when things were good, people could afford their debt repayments, they could afford the debts that they'd undertaken, for example, their mortgages, their credit cards, their personal loans. But what's happened since is that people have suffered severe loss financially, whether it be in terms of loss of their job completely, reduction in working hours, reduction in salary, and people can no longer afford to maintain the payments that they once were able to. In terms of mortgages, for example, nobody else does what we do. At the moment, we are dealing with creditors across the country, and they are working with us and they're accepting the proposals we make. Really, the difficulty that we've been faced with so far is the stigmatism that debt has, and what we're trying to do is basically get people to lift the phone, call us and get some help, because help is available and you just have to go out and look for it.
We're a debt management company. Now, some people mix that up with debt collection. We don't have anything to do with debt collection. People have to live. They have to get their kids to school. They have to eat. We will write to the creditors, and so long as the financial statement stacks up, so long as we can show what the clients earn and what they're spending their money on, or whether they're on social welfare and what they're spending their money on, they're quite happy to take what's available for them. We do also negotiate with the creditors to see if they'll freeze the interest and charges on the accounts. So that way, whatever they do get will come directly off the balance and not be eaten up by all the interest charges. The future plans is we would like to be able to expand and be able to take on staff, become an employer. But we would like people to be able to lift the phone, feel happy enough that they could speak to us. There's no need to suffer in silence, and all the advice that we give them is free and confidential.
Both the highlights that we would have within the jobs that we actually do would be the job satisfaction. So when we intervene, the client themselves notices a huge difference in their way of life and how they cope day to day. The stress goes, they can relax and enjoy their life again.